Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making a message embed pages system. So let's say you have a very big help command and you don't want to, I don't know, spam a chat and get rate limited every time someone runs it. You could use a page system with reactions. And if, by the way, if you're using that system where you just send multiple embeds at a time, you probably shouldn't. There is something called rate limits, and eventually Discord will whack you. It's happened to me before. Anyway, first we're going to go ahead and we're going to require Discord.js. If you haven't already installed Discord.js and NodeJS, go to the video I have linked in the description, or the card I've added somewhere, if I remember to, that is. This is going to be made for a command handler ready bot, so if you haven't added a command handler, then you should probably go and do that. So first we're going to define an array, and in that array we're going to store our pages. So the first page I want to put is page 1. Second one's page 2. Page 3. And obviously you can go on for as many pages you want. And obviously you want to change this content. If you want to add a new line, you can use that, or you can do some weird formatting stuff, which I'm not going to go into, mostly because I don't understand it. Now we're going to create another variable, and that is going to just be set to 0. That's the current page that the user is on, so we can track it easier. And now we're simply just going to send a message to the channel, which we will edit later on. Now we'll make a function, and we'll call it create embed. With this function, we're going to, well, create an embed and just return it. This just makes our code look nicer. It's not required, but yeah, you should probably do it. And we're just going to create an embed. And we're going to set the description to pages and the actual page we want. Remember, arrays are weird. So this value right here is in array position 0, and this one's in array position 1, and this one's in array position 2. I don't know who came up with this system, but I hate you. Anyway, now we'll create another function, and we'll call it reactions needed. This function does exactly what it says in the tin. It tells us what reactions are needed, so forwards and backwards. We're just going to return pages, page -1, so the page before it, and the page after it. Now we'll create another function. This one's going to be asynchronous. So async function show page. This is where our actual code is going to be, or at least the majority of it. And page. So let output equal the output from create embed, and we'll just pass through page. Now we'll edit the message that we sent before. We're going to set the message content to null to get rid of the string that we gave it. And we're just going to attach an embed just like that. We're also going to remove all reactions from the embed to fix any issues that we might run into. And then we're going to get the list of needed reactions and store that in another variable. We'll also create some blank variables whilst we're at it. Now we can actually determine if we actually need to add a reaction and listen for any events from it. So if needed 0, so if the backwards reaction is needed, then react with it. So m.react, and we'll just go up here and copy that. You can check out the GitHub link in the description for this code, along with me explaining it. Like every single line took me a while. And we're also going to create a filter. So you only listen to first the user who's actually ran the command, and second the reaction we're actually wanting to look for. The user ID is message.author.id. There we go. We'll then set the left variable to a reaction collector, which listens for reactions. We're going to pass the filter through, and we're going to add a timeout of 60,000 milliseconds, or 1 minute. We'll then listen for any react events. So on collect, and when someone reacts, we are going to first see if the right reaction collector exists. If it does, we're going to stop it. We're then going to stop the left reaction collector. And then we're going to change the page to current -1, and we'll update current to current -1. Now we should be able to quite quickly copy this code, because the other one we need is going to be very similar. We just need to make a couple of changes to it. First, we're going to change this to 1. We're going to change the reactions and the emojis to the other emoji. We're then going to set we're going to set left to right, wherever it's set to left. And right here, we're going to look for left instead. I was going to update that to right, but left. There we go. I do believe I've removed left from it. Yes, I have. And then we'll just set this to +1 instead of -1. Now that we've done that, we can create it. So we can just do show page current, which would return 0. So I've already tested this code, so I know it works. Once again, you can, oh wait, I forgot to set that out, oops. Whoops. As I was saying, once again, you can check out the full code and every line explained, line by line, on my GitHub. I have linked that down below. This is where the recording kind of just stopped for some reason, and I really did not want to have to re-record this again. I've been having some issues with Streamlabs. So it gives me a great opportunity to say only 10% of you are subscribed. If everyone subscribed, we would have like 2,000 subscribers by now. Why don't you subscribe? Now, okay, you might not want me to flood your feed, and that might happen, to be honest. But did you know that you can actually subscribe, press the notification bell, and select none to get notified for none of my videos, none of my streams, nothing? It gives me a subscriber, but it doesn't give you notifications. So please subscribe, and if you don't want to get notified, select that option. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.